Hey everyone, it's Tenja. So this week, Blizzard has the Wrath Classic pre-patch event up and going. So if you're a Classic player, it may be something you want to check out. Also, Blizzard added a new mount, the Frostbrood Proto-Worm. It's for the live game, but you have to play Classic on a Death Knight and go through the Death Knight starting area, all the way up until you meet Varian in Stormwind. Once you do that, you log back over, you get your mount. It's pretty cool. It gave a little bit of a interesting thing to do. And this week in Shadowlands, the Fated raids are going to be Castle Nathria. And for people that do a lot of world quests, I'm off and on them. It is the World Quest bonus event this week. And then the PvP brawl is Deep 6. I have no idea what that is because I haven't done PvP in forever. I'm too busy farming mounts all the time. You know what? Tell me down in the bottom here what that is. And don't forget this week Monday on the 19th, we'll see Pirates Day. So this week, because I was so busy doing time walkings, I didn't get a lot of normal stuff done. It was the Burning Crusade time walking week. So I wanted to run as many tunes as I could for chances at the Reigns of the Infinite Time Reaver. So I did 15 characters. One of them was a character I had leveled, so I got a little extra. I probably got about 80 dungeons ran. And I figured since I was farming for the mount, I might as well hit the quest. I mean, you get a piece of normal level raid gear out of it, so it wasn't too bad. I did make it up to 1,649 attempts for that dumb time reaver, but I still didn't see it. I did miss out on doing Siege of Orgrimmar. That place just takes so long. I was in a group the other day, and someone was saying that they're putting a skip into it. Not sure if it's true, but if they do, I'll be happy. And in between all that, I got to hit my Pandarum world bosses, but they didn't drop anything again. I did make it over to Heroic and Mythic Antorus. I do have the skips on that, so it makes it much easier. But I didn't see the scythe, the sword, or the mount. No one in my group got it this week. Last couple of weeks, I think I've seen the scythe and the sword drop, so figure we'll probably go a few more weeks without seeing again. But since I got my Inferno out of the Heroic Nighthold last week, I only needed to do Mythic Nighthold this week. So I did make it in there, and I still didn't see any mount or toy. Maybe next week will be the week for that, but being I just got the one out of Heroic, I probably don't look for that very soon either. I did run Sepulchres as the first one, and I did it on 5 characters this week, but that didn't help. I still didn't see any toys of the incomprehensible experimentation drop, so I'm still sitting at 1 mount. But every time I do see one drop in the raid, I always whisper the person if they need it, and if they do, tell them grats, and if they don't, I'm going to try to get it off them. And last but not least, I got into Dragonsoul with 12 characters again, and got attempts number 402 to 413 done for some more chances at the Dragonsoul mount, Experiment 12B. I do have the last 2 again. I think I've said this before, and you've probably heard it before, but I don't have to do them anymore. And I wouldn't have the last 2, but my friend went with me and hooked me up with 1. So let's take a look at them, and I'll see you on the other side.
This moment alone was I made. Look upon your death, mortal, and despair. Now is what I am. This moment alone was I made. Look upon your death, mortal, and despair. Now is the hour of twilight. But I am old. This moment alone was I made. Look upon your death, mortal, and despair. But I am old. This moment alone was I made. Look upon your death, mortal, and despair. Now is the hour of twilight. But I Moment alone was I made. Look upon your death, mortal, and despair. Now is the hour of twilight. But this moment alone was I made. Look upon your death, mortal, and despair. Now is the hour of twilight. But I am this moment alone was I made. Look upon your death, mortal, and despair. Now is the hour. But I am this moment alone was I made. Look upon your death, mortal, and despair. Now is the hour of life. But I am for this moment alone was I made. Look upon your death, mortal, and despair. Now is the hour of life. But I am this moment alone was I made. Look upon your death, mortal, and despair. Now, but I am this moment alone was I made. Look upon your death, mortal, and despair. Now is the hour of twilight. But I am this moment alone was I made. Look upon your death, mortal, and despair. Now is the hour of twilight. But I
Well, 413 attempts and still no mount. It really feels like I might hit 1000 on this. I would really like to see a new way of farming old stuff. 400 attempts is just getting excessive. Don't get me wrong, I don't think it should just be handed to you either. You know, you need to put a little work in. But there's got to be a nice middle ground in there. I do know when I was farming the Fiery Warhorse out of Old Kara, it took me almost 2 years of doing 10 characters every week. I mean, it doesn't sound like a lot, but when you add that up with travel time, getting over there, killing everything, it adds up to be 15-20 minutes every character. And if I decide to do Sun Up Galleon like I did the Solar Spirehawk, I'll be doing it on 44 characters. And since he spawns every 15 minutes, and you can get there in about 13, I'll be doing about 10 hours of it every week. It's a crazy farm. So yeah, there really needs to be a better way. And just so you know, the Solar Spirehawk took me 4 months to get. So every week I would put 10 hours into that every single week. It was crazy. But hey, in case you're wondering, this week I'm wearing a really old set. It's the Battle Gear of Might set. This comes from Molten Core and it's a pretty straightforward farm. You just go in there and kill the bosses and they drop a piece at a time. This was such a kick-ass set back in the day when I had first seen it, and I just fell in love with it and wanted it. I don't ever use it anymore. It's the first time I put it on in ages. And when my guild started clearing MC back then, I was pretty happy to see this roll in. But you know what? If you got something cool this week, tell me about it in the chat. I'd like to hear about it. And hey, if you enjoyed the video, give it a like. You can click on subscribe. Thanks for coming by and watching it. I'm going to take a minute to send a hi out to my best friend, and you all take care.